Hello students, welcome to Standard 8th English class. Students, in the last video, we started with lesson number 1.2, Dick Whittington and his cat, in which we studied page number 5 and 6. So today, let's begin with page number 7. So let's read first paragraph. Take him into the kitchen. Mr. Fitzwarren ordered the cook. Feed him first and then find some work for him. So Dick was given a home and a living. He had a small corner of the attic. Attic means a very small room inside a pointed roof to sleep in, and his job was to help the cook with all the pots and pans in the kitchen. Dick's life should have been much better than before, but he still had two difficulties to face. The first was that the attic he slept in was overrun by rats and mice. At night they scampered. Scampered means ran here and there, all over him and kept him awake. After a time, he solved this problem by saving the few pennies he was paid and buying himself a cat. In no time at all, the cat chased away all the rats and mice, and Dick was able to sleep peacefully. So let's have explanation for this now. Dick was fed and rested. He was given a job working in the kitchen with a cook. Dick was very grateful to the merchant but was very annoyed by cook's behavior, as she was always in a bad temper. And the other thing that made Dick sad was that he had to sleep in a tiny room at the top, very top of the house, which was full of rats and mice that crawled all over his face. But after some days, he solved that problem by saving pennies and buying himself a cat. And cat chased away all the rats and mice, and Dick was now able to sleep peacefully. Now let's have reading for the next paragraph. The other difficulty, which was not so easy to overcome. To overcome means succeed in dealing with any problem, was the cook's bad temper. She shouted and screamed all day and would scold Dick and hit him with a wooden spoon, even when he was working as hard as he could. One night, Dick decided he could stand it no more. Early the next morning, before the cook was up, he set out with his cat to seek his fortune elsewhere. The two of them walked as far as Holloway on their way out of London. Then Dick sat on a stone to rest. It was the 1st of November, All Saints' Day. All Saints' Day means a Christian festival in honor of all saints that have attained in heaven. And the church bells were ringing. As Dick sat and listened, it seemed they were ringing out a message for him. Turn again, Whittington, thou worthy citizen, Lord Mayor of London. Lord Mayor of London, said Dick. I should like to be Lord Mayor and ride in a fine coach I can put up with. Put up means to tolerate a few scoldings from the cook, if that is what is in store for me. So Dick and his cat retraced their steps to Mr. Fitzwarren's house. Luckily, they were able to slip back before they had been missed. So let's have explanation for this now. Still, Dick was having other difficulty, which was really not easy to overcome, was the cook. Her bad temper was unbearable for Dick. So one night he decided to seek his fortune somewhere else. And hence he set out with his cat and he walked as far as possible. But he got tired and sat down on a stone to rest. So it was 1st of November, that is All Saints' Day. So All Saints Day means it is a Christian festival in honor of all saints that have attained in heaven. Okay, so it was 1st of November, All Saints Day, and at that moment the church bells started ringing. It seemed that they were giving some message to Dick. Turn again, Whittington, you worthy citizen, Lord Mayor of London. Dick was surprised to hear that Mayor of London. He actually wanted to become mayor. So he decided to return back to Mr. Fitzwarren's house and was ready to tolerate Cook's unkind behavior. And luckily, they were able to return back before they had been missed. Let's move to the next paragraph. Now, Mr. Fitzwarren used to send ships far across the sea to trade with other countries. He would load a ship with the goods for the captain and ship's crew to sell in a far away places, and then they would bring back goods that could be sold at home. One day he called his household together. I am sending a ship to the African coast of trade, he said. Would any one of you like to send something of yours on it? You can then share in the profits if the voyage is successful. Everyone produced something except for Dick, who had nothing to offer. Have you nothing of your own, Dick? Asked Mr. Fitzwarren kindly, and Dick replied, Only my cat. Then let your cat go on the ship, said Mr. Fitzwarren. His daughter Alice said, Dick loves his cat. Let me put something in for him. But her father said, No, it must be his, not something belonging to someone else. So let's have explanation. Mr. Fitzwarren used to send ships far across the sea to trade with other countries. One day Dick heard the merchant asking everyone in the house if they wanted to give him things that they thought he could sell. The ship was going to the African coast and the captain would sell everything on the ship so they could all make some money. So Mr. Fitzwarren asked Dick that what could he sell? Dick replied, Sir, can you take my cat? So Mr. Fitzwarren replied, Yes, Dick, I will. And all the money from her sale will go to you. Let's have reading for the next paragraph. So Dick fetched his cat and said goodbye to it sadly. The captain of the ship was delighted, for the cat was an excellent mouser. Excellent mouser means an animal that catches mice. And so he had no trouble with rats and mice on his voyage. After some months, the ship arrived at a place on the African coast, Barbary, where people called Moors lived. The captain sent a message to the king to say he had fine goods for sale and he was invited to the palace to show them. While he was talking to the king and queen, some dishes of food were brought in, but almost immediately rats and mice ran up and before the captain's eyes ate all the food. The captain was astonished and asked it was what normally happened. Alas, yes, came the reply. The country is suffering from a plague. Plague means a thing that causes great trouble of rats and mice, and we cannot get rid of them. So let's have explanation for this. So Dick fetched his cat and said goodbye to the cat. After some months, ship arrived at African coast and captain sent a message to king that he had fine goods for sale and then king invited captain to the palace. When captain was talking to king and queen, captain witnessed that the rats and mice ran up and ate all the food which was brought in. And at that moment, king shared their problem. He said, "Oh dear, this is always happening, and we are fed up of these rats and mice, but we are helpless." Now let's read next paragraph. "I think I may have the answer on my ship," said the captain, and he sent a message asking for Dick's cat to be brought to the palace. More food was laid out, and the rats and mice appeared as before. The cat immediately pounced, killing at least a dozen before they scattered. Everyone was delighted, and the queen asked, "What do you call this animal?" "Puss is the name she answers to," said the captain. And when the queen called, "Puss, puss," the cat went over to her and purred. Purred means to make a continuous, slow sound. The queen was little alarmed at first, as she had seen how fiercely means angrily or brutally, the cat had attacked the rats and mice. But the captain told her not to be anxious. Anxious means worried or fearful. Puss is very friendly with people, he said, and would soon rid your kingdom of rats and mice. Let's have explanation for this now. "I may have solution of your problem," said the captain to the king. "I have a very special cat which has travelled with me all the way from London, and she will gobble up your rats as faster as she can, and she will gobble as faster as they gobbled up your food." Now the Dick's cat was brought into the palace. Again the food was laid out, and as the rats appeared, the cat pounced and killed all of the rats as quick as lightning. So let's have next paragraph. "I would give great wealth to own this animal," said the queen. So the captain began bargaining, and it was agreed that the king would buy the whole cargo from Mr. Fitzwarren's ship to pay a fine price for it, and for the cat alone the king paid 10 times the sum again. When the ship came back to the port of London, the captain showed Mr. Fitzwarren the gold and jewels he had brought from Barbary and told him the story of the cat. The merchant sent for Dick. "From now on, Dick," he said, "we should all call you Mr. Whittington, for you are a rich man." Mr. Fitzwarren then paid him all the money the captain had received for the cat. From this time on, Dick worked with Mr. Fitzwarren and became a successful merchant himself. He married Mr. Fitzwarren's daughter Alice, and 3 times he was elected Lord Mayor of London. He was also in time knighted. Knighted means given a highly honored title by the king and became the Sir Richard Whittington. He was not only famous but he was popular too, for he always helped the poor with his money. Sometimes, when he was old, he would tell his grandchildren the story of his cat and how the bells of London had called him back when he was only a poor boy. Turn again Whittington, though worthy citizen, Lord Mayor of London. Now let's have explanation for this last paragraph. The king and queen were very happy as they got the solution of their problem, and king agreed to buy the whole cargo And for the cat alone, the king paid 10 times the sum again. When the ship returned to London, Dick was overwhelmed with the amount of the gold the merchant gave him for his cat. Dick became very rich person now. Then Dick started working with Mr. Fitzwarren and became a successful merchant himself. And he used his money very wisely. He was elected as Lord Mayor of London 3 times, and people started giving honor, respect. Okay, but he never forgot his kindness towards needy people. He married to Mr. Fitzwarren's daughter Alice. When he will get older, he would tell his grandchildren the story of his cat and how the bells of the London had called him back, and the movement which changed his fortune for good and forever. Okay, so students, believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside you. Know yourself first. Okay, what is inside you that is greater than any obstacle. So believe in yourself, and every single day believe in yourself, and definitely you will be unstoppable. Okay, so I hope everybody understood and enjoyed the lesson. So stay home and stay safe. Thank you.